Breaking news, Cowboys fans, as we have a massive update on Miles Sanders, who was just placed on season-ending IR. We'll tell you why this has such massive implications moving forward, not just for the running back room, but for the entire organization. Will Jaden Blue finally get his time to shine? We talk about it in today's show. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Jace Andrews. I appreciate you tuning in to today's show. While this is not some good breaking news, it is breaking news, and we get it out to you here quick on YouTube. So this is exactly why you should hit that subscribe button if you are new, if you are watching us, if you are part of the 83% who watch these but are not yet subscribed. I promise you, you will not regret it. When breaking news happens, we get a video out to you ASAP. Already a short up on the channel, now a video here discussing these implications. What a whirlwind of the past 2 weeks for the Dallas Cowboys and their injuries. It has been not exactly the greatest one, and we got this report from Todd Archer saying, according to multiple sources, running back Miles Sanders needs a caudal tissue graft on his left knee, which pieces of the bone and cartilage were transplanted into the affected area to improve the joint. Cornerback Trevon Diggs had a similar surgery in January. This was put out, and shortly after, we got the official statement that Miles Sanders is being moved to season-ending IR by the Cowboys due to this knee injury and also battling an ankle injury after just 4 games in Dallas. Jaden Blue steps into the role, but there is also an IR roster move that is going to be made here soon. We don't have the roster move just yet, but we will get it to you as soon as that does happen. With all that being said, it is a intriguing loss for Miles Sanders, and I mean that not in a rude way, but the running back room has been led by Javonte Williams. He has been fantastic, more than advertised, and arguably one of, if not the best running back in the NFL this year. We have yet to see Jaden Blue. He has been inactive for every single game this season, even last week when Miles Sanders was not on the roster, not playing. I feel like it's time that we see Jaden Blue, a 5th-round rookie out of Texas. We're just waiting for him, and unfortunately we haven't seen him just yet, but this seems like an injury that will force the hand of the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones spoke on this today, saying, quote, "Unfortunately, at the end of the day, attrition will get you. We just found out we're going to lose Sanders for the year, our running back," end quote. First of all, Jerry Jones using attrition is not a thing that I had on my bingo card, but either way, he has it right. Miles Sanders, I mean, he's in his 6th year in the league as a running back. Like, that is something that is not really that common in a lot of ways. Patrick Walker of DallasCowboys.com saying, quote, "The move will vacate a seat on the active 53-man roster, and the team's coaching staff and front office are currently working through conversations to determine what the corresponding move will be." As I said, we'll get you that as soon as it does come out, whenever they do make that move from either the practice squad or a signing. Now, speaking on the terms of what we know right now, what exactly is the next move for the Dallas Cowboys? I think it's pretty clear. You've got to play Jaden Blue. You've got to. Miles Sanders was okay. I mean, 147 yards through 4 games. Honestly, a little bit more than I expected after what I saw in the first game from him. He is 28 years old. As a running back, your lifespan in the NFL usually lasts until about 30 years old. So, I mean, he's had a really dang good career, 4 years with the Eagles, 2 lackluster years with the Panthers. This was supposed to be a rejuvenation for him, and ultimately it ends in injury, which sucks, but either way, he had a pretty good 4 games, and now you have to look to your future. You have to look to what's next in this organization, and that's Jaden Blue. Jerry Jones even spoke on this issue, talking about it in today, after the injury was announced today. He said, quote, "We're still fired up to see what Jaden Blue can be for this offense. He's got rare explosiveness, and I know Coach Schottenheimer and his staff are going to continue to figure out the best way to use him." Jaden Blue has been waiting for his opportunity. Since the first game of the preseason, in which he had 9 carries for 25 yards, there was an excitement around it. I was thinking, okay, this guy has the intangibles. We just got to coach him up, got to get a couple other games. And then he had the ankle injury, and we didn't see him for the rest of the preseason. And then he was out game 1. He was inactive. We thought, okay, that's because of the ankle injury. They have Miles Sanders. They have Javonte Williams. This was at the time of week 1, a questionable running back room at best. We didn't know what Javonte Williams was going to look like. We know now he looks fantastic, but we didn't know. And so at the time of that injury, we were kind of just question marking everything. Now we know. Now we know that Javonte Williams is that main bell cow back. That's what Brian Schottenheimer called him just a couple days ago. But in the same light, you need somebody to help this guy out. As a running back, you need to not be the one that is single-handedly taking your team on the running back room, because that is going to result in some really heavy legs later on in the season when you need them most. 5 games, 525 yards, 5.7 yards per attempt is absolutely shattering the NFL average right now. It's about 4.3, not even that sometimes. And he's got a 5.7 average yards per rush, 105 average yards per game. I mean, he has done fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And that's why I think some ways there has not been a push for Jaden Blue. There has not been Brian Schottenheimer saying we need him out there, we need this, we like it. No, it's been every week. We like what he's doing in practice. He's showing what we need him to show in practice. There's a little couple tweaks we want to see, but we like what we're seeing from him. Now you got to love what you're seeing from him, because he's going to be out there. Unless you make a signing, which you can do, but you drafted Jaden Blue for a reason. I think he was a steal in the 5th round. He showed a lot of the good intangibles. When you watched him in training camp, he looked good. But right now, we haven't used him. We haven't gotten to see him in a full effect. I mean, going back to his college days, looking at his rushing yards, 2022, just 15 carries for 33 yards. Then boosted up his role in 2023, 65 carries, 398 yards. Then in 2024, 134 carries, 730 yards, a 5.4 average per rush, 8 touchdowns, and this doesn't even include the abilities that he has as a receiving back. We need to see him out there. We need to. And Jerry Jones kind of continued to comment on this, saying, quote, I think he's going to bring something to this offense that we haven't had. As much as I respect Sanders, I think Blue can really bring some juice to this offense, end quote. And if we know anything about Jerry Jones, he's the owner, he's the GM, he wants to have control. Jerry Jones now saying he likes Jaden Blue, saying he believes he can bring something out there, might force the hand of Brian Schottenheimer. And whether it's for better or for worse in this situation, because, I don't like how much Jerry Jones controls the team sometimes. But in this situation, I want to see Jaden Blue out there. And if Jerry Jones, if he's the one who pushes him out there, I'm going to be okay with that. I'm going to be okay with that. Now, the expectations for Jaden Blue, I think, are at an interesting spot. We know the offensive line is going to be in a weird place because, well, the injuries are all over the place. We got the official report today that Booker is going to be out, Fowler is going to be good, but CD's out, Mingo is out, Sanborn is out. We know Miles Sanders is out, Javonte Turpin is out. It's not as bad as you thought, but still at the same time, this offensive line for the past 3 weeks has looked differently. Looks like we're going to get Guyton back. Smith is a questionable. The running back room runs by the way of the offensive line. Without Miles Sanders, I know he may not have done much. He may not have had the stats that you're talking about at the end of the season. But these are still some stats that were very useful to the team throughout the first 4 weeks of the season. Especially in games 2, 3, and 4. Even to the end of the Packers game where he got taken out. He was doing some good things. Hunter Lipke came in, rushed, and same thing can be said in the Jets game, but I just don't see how this doesn't open up the opportunity for Jaden Blue. I really don't. We've had so many conversations on this channel. We've had so many videos talking about Jaden Blue's week. Miles Sanders, it's Jaden Blue's week. Miles Sanders is done for the season. It is not, we're not going to play Jaden Blue this week because Miles Sanders is going to be back. No, it's we need Jaden Blue long-term for the season to succeed. Unless we're going to go out and make a signing. I know there's Phil Maffa, the potential for him to come back, but Maffa was a later round draft pick than Jaden Blue. Like, are we going to trust Maffa, who hasn't played in however long, has been on injured reserve? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you believe Jaden Blue will finally get the opportunity to be on the field with the Cowboys? Type Y for yes, N for no. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. We'll keep you updated with what that roster move ends up being for the Cowboys as they have that open roster slots open right now. We'll tell you what happens. And for now, we appreciate you. We'll see you next time here on Cowboys Digest. Peace out, guys.